can speed it up, Mr. Time.
Okay. Do I hit this button right here? No, or this button here?
No, no,
No, this one?
no. It's actually it's blocked out, so we have to wait it out. I
Is
think.
that as fast as it goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that automatically just does 3 times as fast. The double arrow.
What if I hit the double and it goes 10 minutes? Are we okay with that if it throws 5 bars up there?
Yeah.
We'll try.
You can still go back.
Let's try that. Let's try that, guys, because otherwise it's a little bit slow. So let's do that. All right, and then I'm gonna halt it. And then I'm gonna do this. Wow, look at that. Okay. So, oh, I should have let it go. You know why? Because we basically had here. So if we look back at the candles, what I did was this red candle right here, this candle, and this candle, these 3 candles was the strength, right? I drew my lines off the 50%, okay? 33 and 66, right? If it traded back up into there, if you look, it traded right up right here into this little 50% line. Isn't that interesting? Like magic, right? It's like magic. And then from there, it almost looked like a complete 180. So I probably would have been short this thing again. I don't know how we're gonna let this thing run. It seems like it's gonna take a really long time to get through these trades.
No, now it will run. Now it would run again.
Okay, let me do this. Okay, so I'm gonna go back out. Okay, but do you guys see? Do you see what my thought process would have been though?
Yep.
See those 3 red candles? And I drew the strength and I got my 50, my 33, and my 66. Sometimes I think, okay, go ahead. Somebody was asking a question.
So I got a question. So would you had took a quick scalp off that bounce off the 8, or you just would have waited?
I would have waited. I would not have traded this right here, Zay. That move right there, I would not have traded. And why? Because I drew my strength line right here, right off this red candle. That's a very strong move. That was the strength. Those 3 candles created this line right here. Okay. So once I drew those lines, I just wanted to see where I was going to get that move back at. Keep in mind this too. We're in the early part of the session, and the early part of the session is going to be the most volatile time of the session. Okay. So, and then we can get into the middle and latter part too. We can move it forward and all that stuff. But in the early part, in that first hour of trading, that's when it's going to be its most volatile. Okay. So I can't even really refer back to the daily candle yet because I don't have enough information to form a daily candle for me yet. Okay. But do you guys see what I did here? I took the strength of the red candle. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. We're all good. We're all on the same page. We're all good there.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's let it run. And I'm gonna speed it up. Turn that back on. Let's see what happens. Interesting, it traded down here too to the top of our trap zone too. See that? Okay. It seems slow. It only seems slow because I got you guys in here with me. Otherwise, I'm just sitting in here chilling. I ain't really.
That, and you're looking at 5 at a time. So your eyes are darting across different charts.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna stop it again. All right, what's happening? You guys see anything?
Okay, that is.
You got a hard. You got a hard on the 20. I mean, is that the 20? You got a hard on the whatever that
220 and the 8.
You got a hard on the 20.
Okay.
And it never broke the 20.
Okay. Anybody else?
Is that a retracement?
Ditto.
Okay. Anything else?
Yep. Ditto.
Okay.
I mean, you got the bottoming tail off the 22, right? Which is upwards, pressure going up, but definitely the halt.
Okay.
And you got the 20 still pointing up.
Okay.
Looks like a falling wedge.
I don't know about the falling wedge part. Anybody see a red candle ignore it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's turn it.
Oh
back.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna take all this stuff off too. We've seen that, right? We've seen enough.
Mr. Tony, where's the red candle ignore you're referring
All right,
to?
hold on. All right, good. I'm glad you said that. See this one right here?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it was a green candle
Green,
ignored too, right?
red, and then green again.
Got it.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna turn, let me erase some of this stuff. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm, trying to figure this out too, the best way so that we can learn as much as we can as fast as.
Mr. Tony, while you're doing that, are you looking at that as a red candle ignore because of the bottoming tail on it?
Nope. I'm looking at it because we had this move down here right above the trap zone. We're sitting right here on top of this 20, right? I got a green candle, I got a red candle, I got another green candle. Look at the size of that green candle. Is that a 55 or 100% retracement of this particular red candle at the 20?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. All right, let me turn it back on.
Mr. Tony,
Yes, sir.
those wicks at the bottom of those two candles, would that give you any implication that there may be some exhaustion down there?
Could be.
Gotcha.
Could be. I'm really more interested in the fact that I've got right here a 55 to 100%. I got 100% retracement at the 20 with a red candle ignored right here. That's really what I'm looking at this particular moment. Everybody kind of see that?
Yes.
Good.
How does that relate to the other two huge red candles that happened about 4 minutes before?
These two right here.
Yes.
What about them?
Yeah. How does that green candle now that I see relate to those two huge red candles?
These two red candles right here.
Yes.
This is how we relate. How would you relate to it, John? You already know what I'm gonna say, right? You know what I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna say. I'll just say it.
Yep. That's what I'm looking at. And right now, what I'm seeing is that as far as the retracement is not at 50% yet. So.
Well, it's this candle right, this red candle right here. This green candle retraced this red candle right here.
Yeah, I see that, but I'm saying that's what I meant in relation to those two red candles. I'm not seeing.
Right. So would I take a trade right here?
I'd be hesitant. I'd be very hesitant. I wouldn't take a trade right there.
Okay. Well, I will tell you this. I would take this trade right here.
And the reason being?
I got a GCI. I got 100% to a 55% retracement of the red candle on the 20-period moving average.
Okay. I'll tell you what's causing me not to do it are those two huge red candles that happened 4 minutes before.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
And why don't you have a problem with it?
I don't have a problem with you doing it. I don't have a problem with you being hesitant to take that trade. I don't have a problem with you doing it.
Right.
Being hesitant. What you say, I'm going to wait. I want to see it break through this line first.
Okay.
I don't have.
Why would you take it?
I'm an aggressive trader, and I'm particularly more excited about the fact that, one of my first and my biggest rules is 55 or 100% retracement at or near the moving average. That takes a precedent. Yeah, that takes a little more precedent for me as opposed to the retracement from the strength off these two candles.
Okay, and then also would it be the fact that we're basically in happy hour and therefore
it's a real volatile time right now.
Right.
So I can go in here and again, we got a little leeway in that first hour. After that, then we're gonna get into the rules and we're gonna stick to them.
So we're going right now. We're into looser adherence versus strict adherence.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Tony,
go ahead.
So before you saw that green candle after that bottoming tail right here, the red one, would you have thought you were going to continue going down, because that was basically like a 100% retracement of that green candle, the one on the left. So you could have probably thought you were gonna keep going down, right? Unless you saw the selling pressure. Yeah,
Donna, on that red candle there. It
Yeah.
could've, but I didn't take the trade on that candle. I took the trade on the green candle, right?
you waited, okay.
Yeah, because now, see, Donna, look, I got a 100% retracement with this candle. It 100% retraced this red candle
Exactly,
at or near the 20 period moving average. And
yeah,
the 20 is the star of the show.
yeah. No, it's just a little bit concerning because it was like, they were traced each other like bam, bam in a row, like the red, the green, you know, but anyways. You saw how they were traced.
I want to make sure you're clear. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, I'm clear. I mean, if I was initially in the short, if I was shorting it, I probably would have been a little bit concerned after I saw like the tails, the bottoming tails on the
Okay.
green one. So I probably would have been watching out to get ready to get out. But yeah, I might have felt I don't know if I would have gotten out.
Right.
Huh?
And that would have been fine. But also too, I want you guys to keep in mind that again, in the first hour of trading is our most volatile period.
Yeah, I was
Move into
thinking,
the
yeah,
middle. And I know a lot of you guys are trading options. So you may not be able to get in, get out, get in, get out. But I want to show you what I'm doing. Okay.
yeah,
Then we can go back. You know what? We can stay in this, or we can move to the middle in a few minutes. Let's let this trade kind of play out a little bit more.
mhm,
We can go to the middle of the session, then we can go toward the end of the session and see how things play out here. But we got an interesting situation here because we do have on our moving average, okay, on our 20, we've got basically a 100% retracement at or near our 20%, at our 20 period moving average. I'll get it out right in a minute, okay? We also, if you look at this, we got a little base that formed down here right off of our trap zone. Everything went down into the trap zone and stopped and reversed and came back. So I'm feeling like, you know what, maybe we okay, because two things happened here. We went down here, we got reversed. We've got our 20 period moving average, which is moving up. But again, we got to keep in mind, this is the most volatile period of the morning of the trading session. So let's kind of see what plays out here. Let me play it out. Let's see what happens. Hold on a second.
Hey, Mr. Tony, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you got in that trade right there, where would you get in and where would you put your stop loss at?
Here's my stop right here. Is that Brandon?
Okay. Yeah, it's me.
There's my stop right there. I probably would have gotten in about right here. On this,
Okay, thank
you. On this green candle right here. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's turn it back on. Let's see what happens. You stopped out? Nope, not yet.
Because these are your
Do
written
you
down.
move your stops up now,
My
Mr. Tony?
stop is right here. My stop's right here. That's my
Okay, so you're
entry.
still
That's
leaving
my
it down
entry.
there.
Yeah, my stop
Gotcha.
is down there. It's my entry.
And you may have been stopped out right there too, based upon that red wick, the red
No,
tail.
Here's my stop right here, John.
Oh, right there. Okay, gotcha.
That's my entry right there.
Okay,
Here's my
gotcha.
stop.
Okay, gotcha.
So, Mr. Tony, at what point
hold
then
on.
now do you, oh, sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
getting ready. Okay, so I'm gonna halt it right here. Guess what I'm gonna do? What am I gonna do now?
Buy in.
Move your stop up.
Yes.
I'm gonna move my
Stop
stop
up.
up. Exactly.
You move your
okay?
stop up? Yeah, I was just
So
gonna
I'm
ask
not
how
giving
soon.
back. I'm not giving back all of that. I'm not giving back all of that. So I'm probably gonna come like somewhere, okay, I'm gonna move some of these lines out of the way because now it's getting a little messy. Okay, I'm gonna leave my entry, which, okay, my entry was this one right here, so I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna take this out here. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna take that out. Okay, I'm gonna go back in, okay? So now, I'm probably gonna put my stop somewhere around here, around the 55% mark, right around there, okay? Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And this candle is still evolving right now. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back on.
So I'm gonna ask a technical question about your specific brokerage, right? You're not putting these stops in the system. You've written them down. You're waiting on the candle to hit that level, not necessarily the wick.
Right, right. All right, I'm gonna halt this thing again. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, now I gotta move this thing again now. I gotta move it. That is too big of a move again right there. So here's my new stop. My new stop is now here.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm gonna take this one out.
Because you see the wick at the bottom, if you had put it in the system, it would have stopped you out at that moment. My question is, you're manually saying that I'm waiting on the candle body to hit that stop level.
No. If it hits that point, but see, I wish I was that good, because remember, I'm writing it down. This is the exact reason, my great question, why I don't put it in the system.
Correct.
Why I write it down.
Okay.
Okay, because I don't want, with this little tail right here tells me, is they trying to clear out some stock. They're trying to gather up some stock.
Okay.
Let's see if it moves higher.
Okay, got you.
Hey, and here's a suggestion, one thing that I started to do. Just you put a horizontal line on the chart and use that as your visual for your stop. And you don't have to put it in the system, but just know that's your stop.
But again, just for clarification, you're putting the horizontal line under the candle body after it matures? Because technically, that stock with the wick, right? The last candle that just, that we're watching mature now. If I would have put the horizontal line somewhere in that area of 108.40, I would have stopped myself out if I was manually doing it. So when you're drawing the line, are you drawing the line after that candle matures?
So in this case, when this candle finished, can I go back?
Yeah.
Let's go back.
So if you want to do the time, if you want to click the time portion next to the date.
Should I go to 6:06?
7
o'clock. It's 7 o'clock, right? Okay, go to 7 o'clock.
Or you can go back at least 2 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
So 6:59 or something like that. And you can use the arrows like say the plus or minus.
The plus or minus. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the plus or minus.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can use the minus.
Okay. Did it do it? Oh, I didn't.
Not yet,
Now
but
it did.
now.
You can press the minus, I don't believe. Mr. Toast.
Awesome. So at this point, I see your horizontal line under the wick. That's your reason why you got into the play.
Well, this is where I just moved up well, this is my entry. This is my
That is your
entry.
Right.
Yeah.
entry.
So you've marked your entry on that candle.
Right. So
Once we hit play,
so my stop is still underneath here, where I came in underneath here, because this is my entry on this candle right here when it did 100% retracement. My stop here, let's just go ahead and put it in.
okay, I understand.
So here's my stop right here.
Mhm.
Okay, and now I hit play, right? Okay, hit play.
Yeah. And you can even do the double if you want to.
Okay. Keep going. Okay. And then okay. And then I'm gonna hit stop at a certain point, right? Okay, stop. Okay. So
Awesome.
now I'm thinking, okay, we're into this next new candle here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move this stop and take it from here. Now I'm gonna draw. And I'm writing this in the book, okay? So I'm writing it in my book. I'm not putting it in, I'm writing it in my book.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Is this, okay, let's just let it play. Let's let it play, and then we'll talk about this. This is good, actually. I like this even better. This is even better. Bam.
Okay.
See how that's, okay, let me go back.
Yes, so the wick.
Let me stop. Okay. Okay, so go ahead, Iman. I know the question you're gonna ask. Go ahead, ask the question.
Yes, the wick goes through your manual physical stop, right? The stop that you've written down.
Written down, yes.
Yes, what do you do at that point?
I look at the candle.
Okay,
I look at the candle for the simple reason that this trade right here, how many times have we been in Clubhouse or something? You guys said, hey, look at that big long wick. Look at that big long wick. You know, what was that? All this is, guys and gals, that's kind of weird. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is an accumulation of the stock that's in the system. All the stops that are in the system, that little flash was to go down and grab that stop. Why did it go down and grab that stop? What do you think it did that for? Why? What's the reason for that?
Because it's getting ready to run up.
Okay. Everybody kind of, we all good with that explanation? All right, cool. Let's turn it on. Let's let it run. Going on fast speed. We are going on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to say something too real quick here. Okay, because of the way that I trade, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for me. Okay, so we've gone from, let's see, where's my entry at? My entry's down here at 107.60. We are now up a buck. So for me, what is this, 100? Okay. All right, so I just said, I'm up about $3,000 right now. I'm starting to take money off the table.
okay.
Okay, I like to sell into the strength. You know, we had this move up here at the beginning because it opened in the third position and it went here. I don't think we're going to go much higher than that, guys.
Okay.
Because when we opened from our trap zone, it didn't open in 1, 2. It kind of opened up here in that third position, and then it went right here and topped. I don't think it's going to go much higher than that, but that's just me. But that is $1, 107.60, we're 108.7. That's $1 move. And for a lot of you guys in options, what's $1 move like if you've got, like, you know, 5 or 10 contracts on? That's pretty good morning, right? It's pretty good morning.
That's a nice morning. But what you're saying, that where it opened at, that might serve as or actually that top there might
serve went to this topping up here, John.
That might serve as resistance.
It may, because it opened like right here, right? Which is kind of like in that, say, 2+.
Right.
Position, not quite the 3, but it traded up into that 3 and then it topped.
Right.
Okay, you guys good with that?
Mm-hmm.
And just to confirm, you're not looking at the daily candle yet to see if it's like green or red or anything. It's
Right,
still too early.
Right, we still haven't hit, we haven't even got to 7:30 yet. We haven't traded into that first hour yet. So I really can't take the daily information yet because we really just don't have enough.
Okay.
So, yeah. And again, we will determine from that daily whether or not when we move forward, Colleen, is this going to be a trade or is this going to be a scalp as we move further on into the session? We all good? All right, I'm turning it on. This is kind of interesting. It's fine, kind of. I dig it. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. And again, I am, like I told you guys, I'm probably dumping stock. Okay, I want to sell into the strength of that candle. So I'm probably dumping some shares in this candle. If we don't get follow through on this, then I'm definitely out of this trade. I'm going to kill the trade. So I'm probably got about half of my shares that I had originally. So I've probably got about 500 shares in this thing. And I'm going 1, 2, and 3. We're getting up to that line. Let's see what happens, John. So I feel like we got some strength here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell out. Hold on, how can we pause it? How can we pause it? Pause it, pause it.
Right there.
Okay. I'm selling out of that because I'm showing that we're getting into that zone, into that area, and it ain't showing me nothing. Plus I'm going 1, 2, 3. It came off another red candle, ignore it. It's probably going to try to find itself either sideways or back down toward this 8, but it's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little time, okay? But isn't it interesting how we got to the top here and we found that resistance there from the top, from that number 3 position out of our trap zone? You guys see that? Everybody, everybody.
And also, Mr. Tony, aren't we kind of far away from the 20 at this point?
We are definitely far away from the 20 at this point as well. All right, let's turn it
Which
on.
I've learned the hard way, but now.
But every time we do one-on-ones, and I say, well, John, where you at? And he goes, oh, okay.